Gary Neville lauds Man United's 2-2 draw at Liverpool as their best performance under Ruben Amorim by a mile. As Sky Sports pundit singles out 3 Red Devils stars for praise, Gary Neville believes Manchester United's 2-2 draw at Liverpool is their best performance under Ruben Amorim so far. The Red Devils held the Premier League leaders to a draw with a resolute performance at Anfield. Lisandro Martinez opened the scoring with a thunderbolt strike 7 minutes into the second half, but Liverpool responded soon after. Cody Gakpo scored the equaliser before Mohamed Salah gave the hosts the lead from the penalty spot after a handball by Matthijs de Ligt. Amad Diallo ensured the spoils were shared, and Neville heaped praise on his former club after the match. "It's the best performance I think under Ruben Amorim, maybe all season by a mile," he said, speaking on Sky Sports. Gary Neville heaped praise on Manchester United after their draw with Liverpool on Sunday. The inconsistent Red Devils held the Premier League leaders to an unlikely draw at Anfield. Neville believes it was Manchester United's best performance under Ruben Amorim so far to come to Anfield. The best team in the league this year surpasses that victory at Manchester City the other week. City were in a bad moment, and the way the game went, they were a little fortunate to get the victory. I thought United today were magnificent from minute one. They fully deserved the draw. We were expecting the worst. There's no Manchester United fan that woke up in the morning and wasn't thinking the worst will happen today. I thought Kobbie Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes controlled the midfield, and Curtis Gravenberch, Curtis Jones and Alexis Mac Allister have been outstanding this season. They've overrun teams, and I thought they really did well, those three. Despite the feel-good factor in the immediate aftermath of the match, United remain in the bottom half of the table and only climb above West Ham into 13th place on goal difference. Bruno Fernandes appears to finally be rediscovering his best form under Amorim's guidance, but was frustrated at full-time as he demanded United demonstrate consistency by repeating the type of performance that almost saw them claim a late win against Liverpool. "We've been criticised fairly, we lost too many points. Even today we can't be happy with the draw," Fernandes said. Amad Diallo was on the scoresheet again after netting the winner against Man City last month. Amorim has endured a shaky start at Old Trafford but will hope to kick on after the Anfield draw. "I think it's a really good result, we could have even won the game at the end. It's a fair result. I'm upset because if we show this against Liverpool, why can't we do this every week? Finally, I did a proper performance overall. We need much more from ourselves to get more from this season. It's been here, but it's not come until today's game. Now we have an FA Cup game against Arsenal that's going to be really tough again. We want to be in that final again. I will probably be more worried about Southampton after this performance," he added. Ruben Amorim explains why he feels mad and upset after Man United's 2-2 draw at Liverpool despite impressive performance from his players, and issues rallying call to stars. Ruben Amorim said he was mad and upset by Manchester United's performance in their draw at Liverpool because they have not shown the same fighting spirit in other matches. Liverpool fought from behind after Lisandro Martinez opened the scoring, with Cody Gakpo and Mohamed Salah netting, but Amad Diallo found an 80th-minute strike to level the game. United were much better than in recent weeks, and boss Amorim was left upset by that and asked his team to use this result as a platform in the coming games. "I get more mad because of the other games," he said. "It's even harder to understand some things. This is not about the system, the technique, it's about something else. I am upset today, really upset. I am pleased with the performance, but everyone today is going to say that the team did a good job. Today I am allowed to be the only guy upset with the team, but today we were a team. We had some good games during this last month, but then we dropped again. It's something that we need to be really consistent. We had this talk after winning against Manchester City, it was the same." Ruben Amorim said he was mad and upset by Man United's performance against Liverpool. Man United were much better than in recent weeks, and manager Amorim was left upset by that. Amad Diallo rescued a point for Man United after scoring in the 80th minute at Anfield. "I want to see my team play so much better, but I think the most important thing to address today is the mentality, and that is the key for everything today. We were a different team, and not because of the system. No more player power, standing up to Man United's big names and working them like dogs. Why a draw at Liverpool was Ruben Amorim's first real victory, writes Oliver Holt. One draw, whoever it is earned against, does not mean salvation. 1 point, whoever the opposition, does not mean deliverance. Not even from the relegation struggle that Manchester United have allowed themselves to be dragged into. Not yet. But the share of the spoils that Bruno Fernandes, Harry Maguire, Diogo Dalot and their teammates carved out amid the banks of snow piled on the touchlines at Anfield on Sunday still felt as if it could be a significant prize in a recent history of struggle and mediocrity. Most of all, that was because that solitary point against Liverpool, a point that moved them from 14th to 13th in the Premier League table, actually felt like a hugely important victory for Ruben Amorim as United's new head coach tries to make sense of the chaos he has inherited and assert his authority over a fallen giant. Some were starting to question already whether he was up to the job at Old Trafford. People said he was too honest. People said his 3-4-2-1 system was too rigid. Some wondered whether he might already be regretting moving from Sporting Lisbon. Jamie Carragher, always an erudite observer, drew comparisons with Graham Potter at Chelsea. Some said he had been found out. Sunday was a draw, but it was also Amorim's first victory. Sure, United beat Manchester City last month, but they played poorly in that smash-and-grab raid, and the City team they beat was already reeling amid the realization of their own sudden ordinariness. What United did at Anfield was different. I haven't seen a United performance like that for a long time. I had grown used to watching them play Manchester City and Liverpool and, more recently, Arsenal, and being astonished by the complacency of United players who had absolutely no right to be complacent. Man United may have only drawn with Liverpool on Sunday, but it was Ruben Amorim's first win. It was the first sign Amorim may have made the breakthrough United fans have craved. It was Amad Diallo's late strike that salvaged a point for the Red Devils at Anfield every single time they played each other. The City teams of Pep Guardiola and the Liverpool sides of Jurgen Klopp outworked United. They outfought them and they outran them. On the most basic level, United players have given the distinct impression that hard graft was beneath them. For way too long now, players have treated signing for Manchester United as if they have just been handed a lifetime pass for Easy Street. Sign for United and you get to lie on coffee sacks in the loft all day, goofing off like Terry Malloy in On the Waterfront. For too many of them, signing for United has been the end of a journey, an achievement in itself, not the beginning of something. It seemed to be a particular failing of United's appallingly naive and starstruck recruitment policy that they bought players drunk on their own economic power and apparently impervious to the pleadings of a succession of helpless managers. Entitlement has become the Manchester United disease. United's performance on Sunday felt like the first breath of change. It was the first finite sign of the beginning of the end of the toxic culture that has hobbled the club in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson years, where too many regarded success as an automatic right. In that context, the level of United's commitment on Sunday was startling. On Sunday, they made Liverpool look like the team that was taking something for granted. Manuel Ugarte, Fernandez, Dalot and Kobbie Mainoo worked like dogs. They were quicker than their Liverpool counterparts. They were hungrier, they were braver, they were more fierce, they were more determined. That kind of attitude has not been evident at United for a long time. They fought so hard no one would have begrudged them the win they deserved. It was instructive that Amorim's first words in his press conference after the Liverpool game took direct aim at that toxic culture he discovered when he arrived. United's performance on Sunday felt like the first breath of change under Amorim. On Sunday, they made Liverpool look like the team that was taking something for granted. The most important thing to address today is the mentality, and that is the key for everything, he said. So today we were a different team, not because of the system, not because of the technical aspect of the game. We faced the competition in the way we are supposed to face every day, training and match. I am trying to push this team every day. I am always challenging the players in everything that we do, because I feel that we are not just the players but everybody at Manchester United, too comfortable.